Hello, everyone. As we start coming on in, I've just seen me a couple, and hopefully Substack actually decides to work for us. Um, and I'm hoping this doesn't do this back and forth bullshit that um and so I wanted to jump on before Evan gets here. We are not going to have Eric with us today. He's flying Walter's, but I wanted to get on this morning or this afternoon. You're getting or whatever time is. I want to start our day with our call to action, um, so that we can say no to Crip Crow together. And so, man, jacking up our lives. Like, I don't know what's going on, Substack, but you really fix this shit. If you have to, please come watch us on YouTube. I know that everyone's preferred destination. Um, we recommend you for support on the sub side, since we know that's our main platform. Is if you can, is turn it on auto that you can be on the chat on Substack. That's where we're most active for our community. So please join us there. We're having some issues right now connecting each other. It sounds like this isn't a restream side. And where it's frustrating. It's frustrating for you guys, frustrating for us. The whole stream the last time on for really sucks that Substack's feed system is doing right now, and in being such a ass, because right now is an important conversation. I want to do our call to action to say no to Crip Crow together on the Substack side, and in our chat, as always, the link here, the QR code in the top corner, go to Crip Crow. It's the Broadbanner webpage where we are asking that folks support our efforts for coordinated call to action opposing the DOJ June, and with it the rights of disabled people in their communities without forced institutionalization, segregation, or discrimination. And so we're doing a call to action to that. I don't know what that. So I'm going to block you for that. I'm not taking that as we do this. We're not going to do fucking sex. No thanks. Doing right now though is for anyone who can scan the QR code. Anyone who jumps to the link that we have broad banner slash Crip Crow is there is a script by daily call to action where I call my representative's office and call my senator's offices and we're staff. And I am to try and get as many people on this. And sorry again, yeah, it's thank you to Naida Green in our chat for putting a link also for where we are on YouTube right now. Is come listen on YouTube, stay in the chat. Be a part of the chat and the discussion. And Naida is going to putting out the link for us for the YouTube side. What I'm going to do is I'm pulling the links and the phone numbers for my representative and my senator. And we're gonna do our daily calls though while I'm live, and so you are not on your phone for Substack. If you are watching this on a computer, it sounds like Evan trying to get in. We're gonna have Evan join soon. Evan's having some issues right now getting in. And so what we're going to do though is go to YouTube, listen there. We're going to make our calls right now. Is the reason on live is to help train and help show people how to do it and how it's simple and it doesn't take for word and your voice and listen to. And so we're going to get into this. So I am a member, or I am a resident of Arkansas. To me right now, that does not matter to me. It doesn't matter who your representative or your senators are, be blue, D, be D, be all, to every representative and every senator that's out there. So I'm going to be calling my two offices for my senators first. I'm going to call Senator John audience. And I know on Substack, you're really not able to hear very well. But I encourage everyone in the audience to join us in and do it to Substack. Go to YouTube, watch it on your computer or your TV if you can. Pull us up there. there, and we'll come and you'll be able to hear what we are talking about. It's Senator John Boozman's office, and so I'm gonna get my dialing here. And hopefully, and I will mute myself. Oh, that was weird. Hi, my name is Nick Perro, and I am a resident of. And I'm calling to strongly encourage Senator Boozman to advocate for the disability community by exercising his authority and fulfilling his responsibilities to uphold the rule of law, defend the Constitution, and oppose the overreach of the Department of Justice. I'm concerned that the Department of Justice's memorandum concerning Olmstead may enable states and U.S. territories to cease funding community-based services, potentially leading to resegregation and the involuntary institutionalization of individuals within the disability community. As a constituent, I respectfully urge Senator Boozman to formally reject the DOJ memo concerning the Olmstead decision and to enshrine the Olmstead decision into statutory law through legislative amendment to the Americans with Disabilities Act. Thank you, and I appreciate the time. What's up, Evan?
What's up, man? I apologize. I was trying to get it done on my computer. I don't know what the hell was going on, but we'll do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
I'm here.
Hey, you showed up and our Substack screen seems to have finally caught up and isn't glitching out on us at the moment. So whatever you did, your magic made it work. So welcome,
I don't
man.
know
I'm so glad
what
you're
is
here.
going on. What's up, man? How are
Dude,
you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Really, really super busy.
Yeah, I know.
With
You were talking with the man. What was it, yesterday? You were
I was
talking,
on
you're
with Jim
on Jim
Acosta
Acosta?
yesterday.
Huh?
That was super fun.
Dude, you are doing so good. You know that?
Thanks, man.
I'm honestly, I don't know. I know how this started out, that you guys were rallying around me and everything with my personal stuff, but I'm proud of you, dude. You are working your ass off, and I think that big of a show and that big of an interview and stuff is just proof of how much you've been doing and how good you've been doing, and it's really fucking good to see. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man. I've
Of
been
course.
I've been working my ass off, and I credit everything um, that is going on to I credit a lot of my success to those around me too, and the community that's around me and the community that's been built up, and especially in these last 2 almost 3 weeks now, the incredible work that I've been able to do in partnership with Disability Community for Democracy and Naida Green and the
Hmm.
team over there. That partnership, I think, is one of the most, if not the most important one that I've
Yeah.
ever come across. And you jumped in right as I was getting done with my first of the phone calls for the day,
Hmm.
for my reps and senators. And so I'm gonna do my second phone call too, so everybody can hear it also, because this is a little bit of training for everyone.
Hmm.
Is how to make a simple phone call to your rep and senators. And my first one, Senator Boozman was not, or his staff were not in the office. It is 2 days before the 4th of July, so that might not be entirely surprising, but I
Yeah.
want to have them come back to a bunch of voicemails. Like,
Good.
I want them to come back to a voicemail from me every day at this point, if
Yeah.
they're not going to answer. And so the next person I'm going to be calling, and I've got his phone number primed right here, is one of the our favorite people of every senator is Senator Tom Cotton.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's the face I make every time I think about him.
oh, oof.
And so,
I know you're in Arkansas. You've got like House and Senate. You've got Republicans, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
my senators are John Boozman and Tom Cotton. My representative is Steve Womack,
Mhm.
um, and I we are a red supermajority for state level.
Yeah.
However, we have picked up the Democratic Party in our state has picked up multiple seat or has started picking up seats again.
Mm,
We were one of the few states where seats were picked up on a state level
mm,
during the 2024 election cycle, um, which says a lot about what we're doing here in Arkansas. The races that are ongoing right now are really competitive for some of them.
uh-huh.
Doug Jones is challenging Rep. French Hill and is showing in the lead at this point. Hallie
Mhm,
Schaffner is challenging Tom Cotton, and that's going to be an uphill slog its entire time. But
mhm.
getting challenges to these folks are really important, and we're going to have gubernatorial challengers. We have a Democratic challenger here against Steve Womack, and so we're working on it. We're working on it in this state.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited about the direction that I think just the whole country's going. I think that a lot of us were nervous about it, like as far as like how are the midterms going to go? How's this going to go? Like, are we going to get out of this funk that the whole country's been in because of this ridiculous regime and everything? And here in Colorado, it was Phil Weiner. He won the primary for the Democrats for the governor race, and I'm I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know I should know better, but I'm pretty sure it was Michael Bennett that he was running against, the Senator Bennett,
Mm,
and there's this just like progressive and forward moving moment that's happening as far as just races all across the country, and we're seeing it in the primaries and everything, and I think that people are starting to be able to like take a breath and realize that we're all going to be okay. What's going on?
I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right
Oh,
back. I'm hoping it's a doctor.
oh, see, he's just going to put me on the spot like this. How's everybody doing? I know that I have been out of the funk for a little bit. I've been really busy with personal stuff and trying to just get my life in order. Um, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of writing and everything lately, so I know that I've been kind of MIA for live streams and stuff, but I am glad to be here. I'm glad to see all you guys. I know that I'm on my phone right now, so I can't necessarily see the chat. I don't know what is going on with the internet right now. Like I can pull it up on Substack and everything, but um yeah, like I was telling Nick, I'm just excited. I think that we're in a good we're in a good place and we're going in a good direction, and um yeah, I'm just excited. I think it's a big relief more than anything that we were all kind of well, I mean, we still have reason to be nervous about the midterms with um ICE and the polling places and all that bullshit, but I think that we're making smart moves. I think we're heading in the right direction, and I honestly think that we're going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like I really do. I think November is going to surprise a lot of people.
Yes,
Uh,
and I think there's a yes and there is we're
Yeah.
going to be okay if we're also willing to confront the issues in our own house and our
Yes.
own, both on the more progressive side of the house and the more centrist or conservative side of the house, because it's not conservative versus liberal anymore. At least in
Hmm.
my eyes, it is regressive versus progressive. And you either want to
Yeah.
regress our rights and our freedoms, or you want to progress them forward.
Hmm.
And I think we need to be talking in those terms, but we also need to be willing to call out when there's anti Semitism on the left, when there's misogyny on the left, when there's,
Yep.
just as we do on the right. We need to call it out just as vehemently and just as openly and talk about it. But before we get into that, let me call Senator Tom Cotton. Oh, and that was not a doctor. That was actually a good news call for me, which is we've been waiting on freaking paperwork for my daughter's birth certificate with
Uh-huh.
since her adoption, since I adopted her.
Hmm.
It's finally in.
Really? That's
It's
awesome,
almost been
man.
a year since we finalized the adoption too.
The gears of the government grind slowly, that's for damn sure. And it's a
Yeah.
shame, but that's
Thanks,
good
Washington
news,
State.
man.
Yeah, thanks, team, for like taking forever. Yeah, it's super good. I'm gonna go after this show. I'm gonna go tell her too. Is we're gonna go pick up her birth certificate with our
She's gonna be
family last
stoked.
name on it.
She's gonna be
Um,
excited.
oh, she's so excited. She's
Really?
been, yeah, she got to speak for herself. She got to speak for herself in court last year to
Uh-huh.
say that she wanted to do it, that
And how old is she?
she's now 13.
Yeah.
Um, and so legally in Arkansas, if she had been 13, it would have actually been her. She would have been the one who had to sign off on it along with mom. Um,
Hmm.
because at 13 she's old enough in the state anyways to um, they consider her old enough to at least make the decision and understand enough what is going on to
Hmm.
make that decision of yes or no, I want to have this person as my permanent parent forever.
Hmm.
um, and she said it anyways while she was there. And now we get all our stuff. And I'm so excited because now we can go through all the paperwork process on the Arkansas side to get new, new passport, new social security card, everything we need so that she's all good to go. We've been
I
waiting for
mean,
this for a long time. This also lets off a huge pressure from my
yeah.
shoulders of that waiting of like legally I am her only father on.
That's what I was gonna say is that you're already dad, but I think it's like that just a formal stamp that's just like yes, like it's that final step to get all that taken care of that kind of finally solidifies it to where I don't know, it's just recognized and it's like it's a
In
small
her
thing
eyes.
overall, but it's very meaningful for you guys to have that on paper and everything.
Mhm.
It's good.
And for us, like for me and for her, we talk about it a lot too. And like
Hmm.
in our eyes, it's just it brings that final piece where sometimes felt like she was left out because she
Hmm.
didn't have the same last name as everyone in the family.
Yeah.
Um, and I know last names aren't really that important. We never made that a huge thing, but
Mm.
there was always this slight feeling of being left out.
Yeah, of
And
course. And
on the outside,
especially like school and uh, like a 13-year-old having to explain like my last name is different because of this. Like
mhm,
it's kind of I'm sure it's very, very, very meaningful for her. I'm sure that
it
it's
is for me.
just,
I know that.
yeah. So can you imagine from a 13-year-old's perspective? It's like, fuck, finally that's dad now, like in the eyes of the
Mhm.
government. You know what I mean? It's
And at school, yeah, that's the big one is at school. Now she doesn't have to say, well, that's not really my last name. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually this, and now she can just be like, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
This is who I've been. Now she's lower on the list of like alphabetical order. She goes from the front of the line to the back of the line in alphabetical order, but she's okay with that.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. So with
Are
that
we
really,
calling Tom?
yeah, with that good news, I'm gonna call Mr. Tommy Cotton here, and then I'll be
Do
calling.
I get to listen in?
Yeah, you do. I do these.
Oh,
I will do these like I do. Also, since like for anyone who's new with us, who's this is the this is we won't do this normally on the shows. I'm going to be doing a for it self on like
mm,
once a week, and it's more for ask people if they want to come up and participate too, and be a part of it, so that we can train ourselves how to make effective phone. Oh my god. Substack
yeah.
just started freaking out again. The second I started talking about this.
Really?
Yeah. Fucking
They're
bullshit.
fucking listening to
This morning was all fucked up. This, like, go to YouTube if you need to. Like, I'm friends. Go to YouTube if you need to. Uh,
I don't.
Substack is being bullshit right now. But it's not going to stop me. Let's go make this call. I'm going to call Tommy to myself.
Yeah, we
You
don't
know,
need. You can't be out here doxing yourself. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I ain't gonna be dumb enough to dox myself. I'm gonna watch this thing. I'm gonna watch Substack do its thing too. And the second I get off this call, I bet it's gonna stabilize.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because say no to Crip Crow Substack. We hear you. We see you. No disability category. None of that shit. Fuck you.
Laura said in the chat, not a coincidence. No,
Nope. Not a
I,
coincidence.
I don't care. Like, listen to me all you want, spy on me all you want. My life is boring, but like, I notice the shit. Like, especially on threads. Like, I'll be talking to my girlfriend about it. Like, just whatever, and then it'll pop up on threads. Like, you'll start seeing posts and everything, and I'm like, fucking Zuckerberg, dude. Like,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
mhm.
If you have a Meta app open or a Google app open, they record your on your phone. They record shit. They catch snippets and you get stuff. It's disgusting. All right, we're gonna try this.
Let's do it.
Probably gonna go to voicemail.
Fuck you, Tom.
Voicemail. I'm calling to strongly encourage Senator Cotton to advocate for the disability community by exercising his authority and fulfilling his responsibilities to uphold the rule of law, defend the Constitution, and oppose the overreach of the Department of Justice. I am concerned that the Department of Justice's memorandum may enable states and U.S. territories to cease funding community based services, potentially leading to resegregation and the involuntary institutionalization of individuals within the disability community. As a constituent, I respectfully urge Senator Cotton to formally reject the DOJ memo concerning the Olmstead decision and to enshrine the Olmstead decision into statutory law through legislative amendment to the Americans with Disabilities Act. Thank you.
Fuck you, Tom.
It's a good thing he can't hear that. Hey, but we
um,
went through that whole phone call without it glitching out. That was good.
Good news. the Olmstead Act, the Olmstead memorandum, can, just because I'm me, can you break it down like Barney style for me?
Yes, absolutely will.
I think that might be good for if there's any new people like in the live stream or anything too, just kind of like a layman's terms of exactly what's going on, because it's
yeah.
fucking horrible from what I know.
Yes. So so what is it and why does it matter?
Hmm.
And so for anyone too, if you can or if you want, over Evan's head on that side of the screen is a QR code for No Crip Crow, which is the banner and backbone, or sorry, the broad banner webpage of broadbanner.com/crip crow.
Hmm.
I'll make sure I'll even put a caption on the bottom of the screen, which I
Yeah,
don't
and I
believe.
think I just shared like the link for it on my Substack yesterday too. So it's on there. And
And so go to this web page. What this web page is our call to action and a way for people to be able to find. Oh, Crip Crow. No, it's Crip Crow. Sorry.
get it together, Nick.
Get your shit together, man. Um, is um, I don't know why I keep doing that. The W's on the other end of the keyboard too.
I guess.
Is
See,
go to our webpage. There's scripts, there's templates for phone call, email, and fax. There's also a way to find your representative and your senator and their phone number. Um, is so what is it? The 1999 Olmstead decision is a Supreme Court ruling which established the rights of people with disabilities to live in their community and
mhm,
not be forcibly institutionalized. It enabled and opened um, at home care for folks with disabilities to live in their home and to
mhm,
receive inpatient treatment and in community treatment without the fear that they would be forcibly institutionalized if they went to a facility.
mhm.
And this also helped end it for veterans who many of us still fear going to the VA for our mental health and the idea of us being
Very much
forcibly
so.
institutionalized. And this would enable that. I just want people to be clear. This would enable that.
That
Is they
fucking
would be
scares
allowed.
me, man.
Yes. And so it's come out. Bloomberg, I believe it was, posted or put an article out on this. First of it was
Like
that
Bloomberg
Stephen,
News.
yeah, that Stephen
Yeah.
Miller is behind the memo, which doesn't fucking, um,
Fucking Goebbels. Like
yeah,
he's
it
just.
doesn't surprise me at all. And
Mhm,
so then on June 18th, the Department of Justice issued a memo titled Application of the Rehabilitation Act and Americans with Disabilities Act to State Institutionalization of Patients with Severe Mental Illness or Disabilities. And basically, what they're saying in the memo is that the 1999 Olmstead decision, which is only a Supreme Court decision, there is
mhm,
no codified law about this, which is a
mhm,
problem because we've seen what happens when Supreme Court precedent isn't codified. And
mhm,
the memo is meant to undermine all of our rights on it, all of our and allow states to forcibly institutionalize us. And I know what I do about this because I have been taught this and I have started looking into it by the incredible support of Naida Green and the
mhm.
disability community for democracy. I know I've already mentioned them, but I'm going to continue to mention them like over and over and over again. If you
Yeah,
are not
Naya
subscribed
is,
to them,
she is
fantastic.
by far and away like the most impressive person I've seen advocating for disability rights, and just it. Yeah, she's amazing.
I hear you're going to be talking to her later today too.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah,
I'm excited
hopefully
for
as
that.
long as long as we don't run into crazy technical issues that seem to be going on today.
Yeah, come on, Substack, fix your shit. And so, yeah, so we have come together, the Disability Community for Democracy and the and Sick of This Shit publications, to partner on this effort to say
Mhm.
no to Crip Crow and to get people involved and people calling and making the effort in a person way, in a human first way, and not
Yes.
through automated tools like ResistBot, or we're not authoring change.org petitions. That is different than ResistBot. Change.org, you still have to like actually bring the petition to Congress or to a person and hand it
Yeah.
in person. It's just a way to collect signatures. ResistBot
Mhm.
is different because it's taking the human factor out of making calls and out of getting in touch with your senators and your representative, because the whole point of this is it needs to be a million voices a day or more calling.
Yeah.
It needs to be people telling their story, telling Congress how this would impact them and their lives and their families and those
Hmm.
around them. Like, disability rights are rights for everybody. Accessibility is for everybody. Equity is for everybody. And
ADA
when
is one of the most important pieces of legislation and laws
ever
that we have ever had. Like it is
signed
the
into law by
most.
George H.W. Bush, saying it
Mhm.
was his most important piece of legislation.
Mhm. It's it's a protection for not only you and me, but like severely disabled people that don't necessarily have the ability to fight for themselves. That there are workplace accommodations, and it's one of those things that just it levels the playing field and makes things okay for people and makes sure that they know that they're protected. And the fact that we have this fascist bullshit going on where, because that was one of the things, it was the first thing that I thought about was like, this is exactly what the Nazis did. Like they went after disabled people, and it's just fucking evil, dude. Like I can't, there's like no words to put on it, like the evil shit that they're doing. They're just
It's
fucking bullies, man. Like
it's disgusting,
yeah,
is what it is.
it's
Like,
unfathomable that the most vulnerable members like of our society are being targeted. It's not by political party, it's not any of that. It's just people who are trying to exist and trying to make it through life without being fucking terrorized, and they just want a fair shot. And you've got somebody like Stephen Miller who
is a
I
piece of shit.
I fucking hate that guy. Like mostly like just because of how he looks like a fucking gremlin and just this dickhead evil person, but then
The
he backs it up
smegalomaniac.
like, yeah. And there's like the high school videos of him and everything. Like he's been an asshole his entire life,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
for him to be in the position to like take away rights from disabled people and try to institutionalize them against their will is, it's fucking sickening, man. Like
Well, let me call Steve Womack's office real quick so we can do my. I'll do my final third call of the morning, and
yeah.
then I want to dig into the next steps with you on what I see this would lead to.
Uh-huh.
Um, because I think it's really important that we talk about not only that this is an attack on disability rights, but this is an attempt to make dissent become a disability.
Yes. Hmm.
So let me call Stevie here. I've actually spoken with his office a couple times, and they're very friendly. I haven't gotten a call back yet,
Really?
but I think if I annoy him enough
Like
and
he's
do
gonna be like,
this
who the
enough,
fuck is this Nick dude that keeps calling
yeah,
me?
why the
Like
fuck is this guy keep calling me every fucking day? Can I get him to stop? Yes, Steve, you can. Call me back and you'll get me to stop if you actually start doing your job and maybe put this on the
yes.
floor. Republicans have been the ones who have historically proposed these
Mm,
legislations, the ADA, the improvements to the ADA, and we can't
mm-hmm.
forget to the Section 504 and the attacks coming out of Texas on that and how this fits in with all of those. So we'll come back to that in a second once I do this final call. And again, guys, you can see how like quick these phone calls are. Like it took what, a minute to do either one of those calls that I
Yeah.
did before, and they were, yes, I got voicemails, but it's not going to take much longer to do it, assuming I get a person in this third office. And again, it's the 2nd of July. I understand they may not be there, but if we can leave voicemails every day for them too while they're gone, that's 6 days worth of voicemails, five,
Mm-hmm.
6 days worth of voicemails that they get. And they're going to know this person keeps freaking calling me. Maybe I should call them back.
Mm-hmm.
And they will. Eventually they will.
I mean, Jeff Crank's never called me back.
No,
Fucking
Steve
asshole.
hasn't called me back yet either, and I've
I
called him a bunch of
hate
times.
Jeff Crank.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Perro, and I'm calling to strongly encourage Representative Womack to advocate for the disability community by exercising his authority and fulfilling his responsibilities to uphold the rule of law, defend the Constitution, and oppose the overreach of the Department of Justice. I'm concerned that the Department of Justice's recent memorandum on Olmstead may enable states and U.S. territories to cease funding community based services, potentially leading to resegregation and the involuntary institutionalization of individuals within the disability community. As a constituent and as a member of the disability community myself, a veteran, a disabled veteran, I respectfully urge Representative Womack to formally reject the DOJ memo concerning the Olmstead decision and to enshrine the Olmstead decision into statutory law through legislative amendments to the Americans with Disabilities Act. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You have a wonderful day too. And that's it. 3 calls.
It's simple as that.
And I spoke to a
And
person that time. I've
yeah,
gotten a
no,
person every time I've called Senator or Rep Womack's office. So I'm hoping eventually their staffers either get to know me and I make that call and they're like, yes, we're working on it.
yeah.
And the answer to that is, okay, proved it to me that you are working
Hmm.
on it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
and that's where it becomes the next step. And as you get more comfortable making these calls, you riff on the script a little bit, you add your personal flair, you
Yes.
talk to them. Often, I've the last time I called Senator or Rep Womack's office, they asked, "Is there anything else I can do? Is there anything that you want me to do right now?" And my follow up was, "Yes, please pass this on. I would like a call back from
Yeah.
Representative Womack about this issue to know that he is taking my message and that he's going to do something."
I don't think that's too much to ask for elected representative to represent one of their constituents like wants and needs and demands. You know what I mean? Like it's it at the most basic level, it's their fucking job. Like
Yeah,
you get so many days off a year, you get recesses all the time, you get insider trading stock tips whenever you want them, like you reap all these rewards. Like just do your fucking job.
you can disappear for months at a time and you don't lose your job
Yes, dude, or you can be
nearly on death's
fucking
doorstep.
in the great beyond in hell, and you could be Mitch McConnell and you're already dead and you still don't
Well,
have to do your
the
fucking
crypt
job.
keeper is finally meeting the Undertaker. So,
Do you think he's dead?
um, well, that's a loaded question. I think he's been dead enough for the last years that it doesn't really make much difference.
Yeah,
Um, but do I think he's actually passed, actually gone this time? Maybe.
Yeah, I
I
read the
hope.
thing that I think it was on
One can hope.
TMZ yesterday that he
It's
like
been like two
when
weeks.
when they found him for this most recent hospitalization, like he was completely unconscious when he went. Like, and I it's one of the most fucked up things is that we have to, like, it's North Korea, we have to kind of guess and tap dance around, like, is he really dead? Because we don't know if we're like, at what point would they actually tell us?
Like Kentuckians deserve better.
Yeah, absolutely. He
Like
is.
they deserve better. Like they deserve real
Mhm.
representation and it's their choice to send who they want to the Senate as a state. I
Is he the Senate Majority Leader?
No, that's Thune.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They changed. He stepped down from that after last cycle so that John Thune could take his place. Um,
Mm.
but regardless, misuse. He's unfit to hold office at this point.
Yeah, he's already unfit because he's 84, not to mention the fact that he fucking freezes up and goes, and like at every press conference he's been at for like the last 2 years, he has been an embarrassment, not just because of like who he is and what he does, but
Yeah,
he
he doesn't represent the state. He doesn't represent his state in any way. He can't.
no,
Like, if you are in the hospital dying,
incapacitated.
incapacitated, you cannot properly represent your state.
I'm
It's like this
so
the Texas
tired.
rep who was in a facility for months and nobody
Hmm.
knew about it.
Yeah,
That's
and then
not
he came back and said it
representation.
was for depression.
You should lose your job. Like if the rest of us are going to lose our jobs for shit like that, you should too.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. And if you're gonna try and fucking institutionalize disabled people, like how about we fucking institutionalize you for not doing your fucking job?
I just like
I don't understand it. I don't understand how Congress and elected officials have become this job where if you get in, it's like the golden ticket to just be able to do whatever the fuck you want, when that's like the complete opposite of public service.
yeah,
Like you should
like
be held to such a higher standard. And it seems like we've gotten to the point where they just get to do whatever the fuck they want. And it's like, oh, yeah, then the American people are just reacting like, oh, Congress did this, Congress did that. Like I just wrote about it in the piece that I put out for the 4th of July, that I think that instead of, we've gotten to this point where instead of the people running the country, instead of the people owning the government, that the government, we've just accepted the government owning us. Like, oh yeah, Congress did this, this happened in DC, like, and we just react to it instead of doing. And I know that obviously everybody that's sitting here paying attention to this is informed and active and um performs civic duties, and but it takes normal people that aren't necessarily like actively involved to make those phone calls that you're making right now. And if those people start doing that, then it becomes like these motherfuckers work for us. Like you're going to do what
yeah,
we
you
tell
can't
you to
ignore
do.
it at some
Yeah.
point. You
And I
can't
think that
ignore all of
it's
this at
so
some point.
important, like what you're doing. Just something as simple as making a phone call. It Enough people do that and it actively puts pressure on them, and then things start to change, like the momentum starts to shift. And I really think that, oh Jesus Christ, it's just important. It's good, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks,
it's
brother.
it's the little things, but the little things are big things too, you know.
Yeah, they are. And I told my mom this the other day because she's a big supporter of all the work that I'm doing, and she put out a really wonderful message.
Hmm.
But I and she was like, I think Facebook is fucking with it. I think I only got like one restack on or share on this post that I put out when
Mm-hmm.
normally I get plenty of people who comment or respond. And I was like, you know what, mom? 1 ton of sand, 1 grain at a time is still a ton of sand. And
Mm-hmm.
you're going to get buried under that sand. So
Mm-hmm.
each single person that sees that, every single small step is a step forward. And
Mm-hmm.
so, like, I was like, don't let it beat you down in any way, because she put out the same message on Substack and got a lot of love for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not her, it's the platforms trying to ensure that we don't get certain messages out, that we don't
Yeah.
talk about certain things, and that we don't coordinate and come together. And I think one of the things in all of this too is we have to as we have to come to become a single unit around this idea, and
Yeah.
we have to remember that it's none of this is about old political lines.
Yeah.
The I don't care if you were a former Republican. I don't care if you're a conservative Democrat or a centrist Democrat or a progressive or a if you can clearly state that humanity is not up for debate,
Mm-hmm.
then we can work together and
Yeah.
we
I
can
care
talk
that you
about
give a
this.
damn.
You
I
give a
care that
damn,
you, yeah.
and that matters. And if we can do
Yes.
that, we can come together. Like the first large organization, media organization in the independent side that put any information out about Olmsted,
Mm-hmm.
the Bulwark.
Yeah.
The Bulwark was the first. And I know
That
Naida
is,
talks about that a lot.
that's
Is
Tim
it's
Miller and
telling.
them, right?
That's Sarah Longwell, Tim Miller,
Yeah.
and their group, JV Long, I think it is. I don't
Mm-hmm.
JVL. I don't, yeah, I don't remember all the folks over at the Bulwark, but I know Sarah Longwell and Tim Miller, and that they put that out first. They were the first of the large organizations to put anything out,
Mm-hmm.
and I give them that credit because they are being vocal about it and they're using their
Yeah.
platform, and it's appreciated because the disability community is invisible for most people. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
left out of all conversations,
Yes.
all of them, from and this goes across all of the other groups too. Is we
Mm-hmm.
get left out of every conversation. Disability rights are the last rights to be spoken about. That's why it was
Yes.
1999 when the Olmsted decision happened, and it was 1989 to 1990 when the ADA was signed into law. Like these aren't
But
old
36 years
things.
ago.
I am 36 years old. The
Yeah.
ADA was signed into law the year I was born,
Mm-hmm.
or right before I was born. Like
Mm-hmm.
I am as old as the ADA, and that's telling.
Yeah.
That's really fucking telling. And the last
Mm-hmm.
time the ADA was updated was 2008 or 2009 by George W. Bush for more
Mm-hmm.
rights and protections. Yes, it is the regressive movement that is trying to take away these rights right now.
And
But
like
if you
Eric
honestly
said in the
think that
chat
George
about
W. Bush,
Medicaid.
yeah, like if you honestly think George W. Bush or George H.W. Bush would be welcome in this modern regressive party, you got
No,
I've got a
dude.
bridge to sell you in fucking Arizona, like or
And
Death Valley.
I remember growing up, like W was not a fucking centrist. Like
No.
at the time, it was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? And now we're so far gone, or at least Republicans are, and these regressive assholes that I think that with social media and the mainstream like turnover of like horrible news, that we've lost sight of just how truly bad things have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
and how much worse they've gotten, how much more this like fascist bullshit has been normalized. Like it's fucking tough to see, and it's tough to experience. And yeah, we're at the point where we're doing things like wanting to institutionalize disabled people. And
Yeah,
I
and
would have never, like, as much bullshit as W and Dick Cheney and them put us through, I would never think that we would get to this point.
like that's the next big thing too to talk about in this. And I know we're all we're just about at our hour, so we won't be able to get to talk to too much of this. Is the next steps is this is not just about um, us with disabilities who are clinically disabled, who have like clinical disabilities for mental
Hmm.
health, who have physical disabilities that are real disabilities, that are
Hmm.
real disabling effects in our lives. This goes beyond that because they are criminalizing homelessness. They are
Yes.
turning substance, and yes, maybe substance abuse has components of a mental disability in it, but we cannot
Yes.
criminalize substance abuse. That's what they are doing. Last year, there was the proposal for the Trump derangement syndrome research to make Trump derangement syndrome a DSM recognized disorder, which would allow them, under the pretext of TDS, to lock up dissenters.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Is like dissent becomes illegal, and it's
And
this
that starts
roundabout way of fucking doing it.
and that would start in the veteran community
Oh
because we are
yeah.
the loudest.
Hmm.
We tend to be the loudest at times, and when you get veterans finally organized and on mission together, there's nothing that stops us. Like, we are going to go to the ends of the world to get this fixed. But this impacts our mental health and our
Hmm.
ability to go see our providers. Like,
Yep.
I get all of my health care through the VA.
Yeah.
If I
Same.
go to the VA for annual physical, let's say,
Hmm.
are they going to lock me up when I go there? Are
Yeah.
they just going to put me in on a permanent grippy sock vacation and never tell my spouse, never tell
Yeah.
my
Are
kids,
they
never
gonna
tell my
start
provider?
asking fucking political affiliation, or like looking at that and denying you care or
Mhm.
whatever? It it's
Can I
fucking crazy, man.
can we trust that what we tell our mental health providers at the VA, that it's going to stay private,
No,
that
and
it will not be used to weaponized against us?
we're already hesitant to reveal those things and to open up about them anyway. And you throw in a fucking Trump derangement syndrome diagnosis or whatever, and we've got to worry about that too. It's it's not okay. You know what I mean? Like it's just at the most basic level, it's just not okay, and we deserve better. We deserve so much better.
We do. And so does everybody else. And then on top of it, like, we can't even get into this part of the conversation is the Section 504 piece and the impacts that it's going to have on our children in
Hmm.
school. Because Section 504 is the 504 aspect of special education and disability health in schools, which ended segregation in
Hmm.
schools. Like, segregation didn't end until disabled kids were allowed into the classrooms.
Yeah.
That, like, segregation didn't, this is a civil right we are in. And we are in a new civil rights movement that we have to codify all of these rights that were either just Supreme Court decisions or are loosely enforced. They need to be codified fully. And yeah,
Hmm.
the Nazis learned from the US. We love to talk
Yes.
about this under the terminology of the Nazis did this, the Nazis did that. That is a way for us in America to feel better about ourselves because we exported fascism to the
Yeah.
Nazis. Yes, it was not called fascism at the time, but
Yes.
we exported those values
I was
to
just
other
watching it.
nations.
I was just watching a documentary on FDR last night, and it had those components of like the rise of anti-Semitism and everything in the United States and how it carried over. And Charles Lindbergh was it. That was what the America First movement like originally started as. Like we hear it a lot today, America First, like that's rooted in fascism and it's rooted in hatred towards others. And that's what Hitler and them studied and were like, oh, we can use this. And it's
They modeled
fucking,
their behavior off of the Confederacy
and
and KKK.
we never want to think that it's us, but it is. And a lot of the times it has been us. It's just had this shiny veneer over it that we tell ourselves the American way or like we're the good guys. And like we have done shitty things for a long time. And I think that
Just
we need
remember,
to
go ahead, finish,
fucking
finish.
fix ourselves for once.
Hmm. Let's fix our own house before we start criticizing everybody else's, because
Yes.
you shouldn't throw rocks in a glass house. Eventually, it's going to break.
Hmm.
And we're seeing the cracks in our glass house right now come apart, and
Yeah.
panes are falling down. And you know what? That's okay. It's long overdue that we
Yeah, it's a
evaluate
good thing.
ourselves, because how are you going to grow? How are you going to learn if you don't
Hmm.
ever look inwards? Um,
And that's the only way that you can, um,
it's the only way you can do it.
and that's the only way that we can lead from the front and truly be like a great nation is if we take care of those things ourselves, you know? And I think that through the small work and everything, through people, especially like yourself, that we are doing it. And I think we're going to be okay. I really
Mhm.
do.
I think we are. And I think the more that we continue to come together on this and shed our old political identities,
Hmm.
um, and shed the old liberalism and conservatism
Yeah.
bullshit, because to conserve something, you have to be willing to allow it to grow and change.
Yeah.
Conservation requires growth.
Yeah.
Conservation requires pruning the things that don't work or are dying or are dead on a plant or in a
Hmm.
forest. Forest fires are there for a reason. Forest fires happen in areas for a reason.
Yeah.
California oaks do not grow or reseed without their seed pods first being burnt.
Hmm.
So we have to be willing to accept that this is past old political ideologies. It is not about um, conservative or liberal. This is progress versus regression. And
Yeah.
I am not going to regress in my rights. I'm not going to regress for my children's rights. We've already regressed enough in my children's rights. My daughter has less rights now than she did when she was born. Um,
Yeah. Which is fucking crazy.
yeah. And so we need to fight all of this together. And we need
Mm.
to stop arguing over stupid shit. And when the leaders in the space ask you to do something or encourage you to do something, follow their lead. And I say this as someone who has now been told that Naida and myself and the disability community for democracy are leading this space right now for the
Yeah.
Say No to Crip Crow
Hmm.
and the ability to protect our rights. So let's do it together. I also put up a new QR code over Evan's head, which is actually our Say No to Crip Crow t shirt on the Sick of This Shit publications webpage. All of the revenue from the sales for these t-shirts are going to go to the disability community for democracy and to the advocacy that they're doing and the work that they're doing. That's the least I'm I can do to help grow that organization and grow
Hmm.
the work that they're doing and grow their visibility. So if you can, please go order yourself a t-shirt. It's going to catch people's eyes. It's
Yeah.
not a people are going to ask, whoa, they're going to get a visceral response from it, and that's the point.
Yeah, and it's not just the like it is the monetary support and everything because that's getting donated, but it's also when you just wear a t-shirt out in public, people are going to pay attention. Somebody's going to see you and maybe somebody else asks or like recognizes it, and then it just grows it step by step by step, and there's the support that way too. It's really
Hmm.
important, and I'm definitely right after this I'm going to get on there and order one.
While you're at it, get yourself a Just Suck Less water bottle too.
Yeah, dude, I know. I think I have the hoodie in the other room.
I know you do.
Just
You've got some of the merch already, so
I
I
love
love
it.
it.
But yeah, I do need a new water bottle too.
It's a good
So
one.
yeah.
It's
I
it's
love the
it's pretty
pictures that you
heavy.
put up with it. It's so funny.
It's a
Just
good hefty water bottle too. It's also
yeah.
TSA compliant. I flew with it to DC this weekend and back,
Uh-huh.
and so it is TSA compliant. The t-shirts work. They start conversations. It's a
Yes.
conversation setter. I live in Arkansas. Do you think people ask me about this shirt if I go out, or do I get comments on my shirts when because I have one that says when one member of the party is attacked, we all roll for initiative with
Hmm.
D20 dice of the different pride communities, like
Hmm.
LGBTQ plus communities. Like,
Yes.
you're damn right I get a conversation out of it. And that's the
Hmm.
point. And then that
Hmm.
person goes home and talks about it. Because most people don't know that disability rights right now, especially, are under such threat,
Yes.
and you have to educate them. It is your responsibility to educate those around you about this issue. And so please
Hmm.
do that. It's not a plastic water bottle, it's a metal water bottle. It is a sippy cup metal water bottle. It does have a plastic lid, yes, but I can't control that. So I can't do too much about that. If we can do other things, we will. But for us, please come buy a t-shirt, come buy some other stuff while you're there, and then Evan, let's do this for ourselves.
Yeah,
Is
man.
promote each other, promote ourselves in the work we're doing. And before Evan promotes himself, I'm gonna promote Evan real quick, because if y'all haven't gone and listen and read through any of his articles recently, especially let's say in the last 2-ish months, for no particular reason, but in the last 2-ish months, he has unlocked his creative potential. He is letting himself be Evan and write like Evan. And the articles are incredible. The amazing writing he's putting out, the advocacy, the your fiction work that you're doing is incredible. Your just your written pieces. The last one you did on the John Cena interview, which is actually why I titled it "Let's Talk About It Today." We never got to talk about it today, that article, so I want to talk about it next week if we can. But like, it's so powerful, like so powerful, and it's so
I
important. So
appreciate you, man.
Evan, keep up the incredible work, my friend. Like, you're so amazing, dude, and I love all the stuff that you're putting out.
You're the best, man. I what am I supposed to say after this? like I can't even hype myself up that good. But yeah, just if you guys go over there and become a paid subscriber, a regular subscriber, anything, it just allows me to um just focus more, do more work, be more of myself. And yeah, I appreciate you, man. like I
Yeah,
can't put
brother.
it any better than what Nick already said. I've never felt more like me. I've never had this much clarity going into the writing and stuff. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, just go over and subscribe to News from Underground. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm just Oh, it's a one person operation. I'm just a regular disabled veteran trying to do my thing and use my voice to make somewhat of a difference in this world. And yeah, I'd really appreciate it. I appreciate you, really do. And
Dude.
everybody go subscribe to Nick. I do a lot more writing and stuff, but Nick is out there front and center and he's fucking killing it. And these interviews and I just think that just the interview is like the stamp of everything that you've been working towards and everything that you're achieving right now. It's just great to see.
Thanks, man. I
Of
appreciate that.
course,
I appreciate the support there.
always.
I am I found my voice, and I'm
Yeah.
proud to be doing the work that I'm doing, and I'm proud to be supporting the groups that I am, and for democracy and all of the work that we're doing. Please come support Sick of This Shit publications if you can. We're doing a 50% off forever sale right now. We've got 2 days left on the sale. It's our 1 week, 1 year when I lost my job at my last job, and I was sort of set free, and I found my voice. So
Look at you now.
yeah,
Look
man, it's been a year and it's been
to
incredible.
um,
And so thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for joining us today. Let's do this together. Let's support each other. Let's grow together. Let's find a way to push through all of this bullshit, and
and
let's
let's
win.
just suck less. You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
suck less. Just suck less, y'all, because we're done being sick of this shit. And now, Walter, all of us, everyone in the chat, we'll see y'all next week. Have a great weekend. Try to go out and enjoy the 4th of July in whatever way you can. Does not necessarily mean fireworks and parades and barbecues. Find a way to find joy in it for yourself, because we are fighting for something, and that something is us. That is us. That is the e pluribus unum of America. That is what we can and must become. And so go celebrate what you can together with each other, so that we can grow this community as a whole. So thanks, everyone. Thanks, Evan.